Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, live an active lifestyle. Make smart nutritional choices. Move more and sit less, right? Fight against the laziness. It's not about perfection, but about consistency. It's not about how you look, but about how you feel, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, that's the key I'm always telling you guys, right? Inspire the people around you. Motivate them, right? Be better. Be more. And I want to talk to you guys about the L-sit. Now, I've talked to you guys and I've done videos on the L-sit before, and this is another way that you can test yourself. I'm always telling you guys that you should test your fitness, test your strength, just test yourself in general. That's part of the fitness journey. That's part of exercising and staying active is testing yourself, whether you test yourself out on the field or on the basketball court, whatever it is. You test yourself in a sport. You know, maybe you're exercising and doing something because you want to be better at a certain sport. Maybe you want to have better endurance in that sport, not get tired as fast. Maybe you want to move faster, move better. So you're exercising, you're training a certain way to do that. That's a good way to test yourself, right? Do this stuff all the time, guys. I do it all the time, man. That's the cool thing about the human body, right? About pushing ourselves, about trying to better ourselves, is that we can do really crazy things with the human body. You guys, I've given you guys examples before. You guys have seen people in videos. Humans can do crazy things, man. People can do amazing things with their bodies, man. If you train and you do certain things to be like that. So testing ourselves is a great way to, like I said, have fun with your fitness journey and see if what you're doing is actually, working, right? Is actually, building up something. Right? Like I said, if you're exercising and you're doing things a certain way, but you're not really seeing the results or feeling like you're getting the results that you want, then maybe you need to tweak something. Maybe you need to change something. Maybe you should do a different exercise or do that exercise differently. There are different ways that we can look at this, guys, right? But when we're talking about the L-sit, and I've talked to you guys about testing yourself out, you should test out your core strength every once in a while, right? So like I said, I've done this video before. I've talked about the L-sit before. But a lot of people don't utilize the L-sit or even know that maybe they can do it because they don't try it. They don't test themselves, right? So I've told you guys, I can do human flags. I would have never known that I could do a human flag unless I tried it. I didn't train or work out to do human flags. It was just a result of my training. It was something that I was able to do, but I wouldn't have known I could do it if I didn't try to do these things. Once again, test myself, test my physical and my physical limitations and my physical abilities. So when we're doing the L-sit, and like I tell you guys, I don't do any direct ab work. I don't do crunches, sit-ups. I don't even do leg lifts anymore. I used to do like flutter kicks a lot because that was a Navy workout, and I've kind of taken some of those military workouts and kept them in my own routines. But I haven't done flutter kicks in probably 3 or 4 years now. But the leg lifts, I used to do V-ups. I don't do a lot of stuff, but I don't do any direct ab work. I used to do a lot of elevated planks. To me, planks are great. The side planks, I would do the side planks routinely, regularly, consistently. But I don't do any direct ab work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not doing crunches. I used to do an ab wheel every once in a while. To me, the ab wheel works great, but it's very difficult for people. But if you want to test yourself out, you test your core strength out, then you should try doing the L-sit, which is a very difficult move. And essentially what it is, you're going to form an L, and you're just going to act like you're sitting in the air, forming an L. So like I said, I got my dip bars here. You don't need these dip bars or anything fancy like this. You just need something that you can prop yourself up onto that gives you some clearance for your legs, that you can put your legs up. And you're just going to brace yourself like you would, like you were getting ready to do a dip, and you're just going to raise your legs up and keep them straight up. I know you can't see my whole thing here, but you just want to keep them straight out, point those toes out, hold that for as long as you can. I used to be able to hold that for a minute. Can't do that anymore. Now I could probably hold it for maybe 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But that's a good way to test yourself, ladies and gentlemen, the L-sit. So remember, you want to brace everything here, and you're just going to lift the legs out and keep them straight. Just nice straight line, and just keep straight. That's what you want to do, just like that. And that's the L-sit. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, think about different ways that you can test your health, test your fitness, have fun with this stuff. Go play a sport. See how you're moving out there. You might notice a difference in how you're moving, how you're breathing, right? All of these kinds of things. Test your limits, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fun part about health and fitness, the journey, testing ourselves, having fun with our abilities.